Hello students, this is Pallav Darbari, your host, and you are watching Pallav Darbari classes. In this video we will discuss Indian Economic Development Class 12th. The name of the chapter that we will discuss in this video is Infrastructure. This is chapter 8th and this is the second volume on the chapter Infrastructure. In this video we will discuss sources of energy. Before starting up the topic, let us see what is energy. Let us discuss our important facts relating to energy. These important facts can be asked in MCQs. We cannot ignore the importance of the energy. It plays a pivotal role in our day-to-day activities. Our activities totally depends upon energy. It will not be wrong if I say all our activities is encircling around energy. For example, we know that we need electricity, and electricity becomes a essential part of our daily activity. We use gadgets and equipments, and without the electricity we can't think of using the gadgets and the equipments, and without using the gadgets and equipments it is very difficult to spend a second without it. For example, mobile, it is a very important part of our life. Imagine if we don't have electricity, what will happen? Are we in the position to charge mobile phone? We can't charge the mobile phone. Think how your life will become. Right now it is very difficult even to imagine life without mobile phone. So we can say that energy plays a very important role. All our daily activity will totally be disturbed and stopped. For example, energy, we use energy. Example is LPG. Where we are using energy, we use energy to cook food. Without the energy, can you think of cooking the food? Answer is no. Then what will happen? We have to eat raw food. We have to eat raw vegetables. Right now it is very difficult to imagine. For the transportation purpose also we need petroleum. It's a form of the energy. Production will be stopped because most of the production is going on by the use of the electricity. Without the electricity, no machinery will run. And without the machinery, the production will be stopped. So we people totally will be deprived with the consumable goods. We will be deprived with the producers goods as well. It means every activity totally will be disturbed without the energy. The same thing happens in the case of the agriculture as well. We know that after the Green Revolution, the farmers are shifting toward the modern method of farming. They are using the tractors, they are using the tube wells. Without the electricity, without the power, can they think of opting the modern method of agriculture? Answer is no. Then their activity will also be disturbed. So energy is very important component of the economic infrastructure in the country. Clear? Let us see the sources of the energy. We are having three bases on the basis of which we categorize the energy. On the basis of the transaction, we categorize the energy. On the basis of conventionality, we categorize the energy. And on the basis of transformation, we categorize the energy. So there are three sources on the basis of which we categorize the energy. First one is transaction, second one is conventionality, and the third one is transformation. These categories are very important. Mostly the question will be asked in the form of short notes, or in fact the differences can be asked relating to the transaction and the conventionality and so on. According to me, 3 marks question can be plotted from the sources of the energy. So go through these sources. Now let us discuss what is the transaction source. On the basis of the transaction, we can categorize the energy into two categories. First one is commercial source and the second one is non-commercial source. So on the basis of transaction, we categorize the energy, we subdivide the energy into two categories. First one commercial, second one is non-commercial. The question is, what is commercial source? When I say commercial source, it means that when we procure the energy by paying the money, it means that we are having the market from where we go and purchase the energy. The source from where we get the money, we get the source by paying the money is called commercial source. So what is commercial source? The source of energy which we can avail by paying the money is called commercial source. Getting energy by paying the money. So what is commercial source? Getting energy by paying money. Uh, the main purpose of the commercial source is, I said main purpose. The main purpose for the commercial source is production, commercial production. It doesn't mean that we are not using it for the domestic purpose. We are using it for the domestic purpose as well, but the main purpose is commercial production. Example is coal, petroleum, natural gas, electricity, hydropower. We are using the petroleum for our day-to-day life. I said the main purpose of the commercial source is commercial production. Main purpose. It doesn't mean that we are not using it for the domestic purpose. We are using it, but mainly we are using it for the commercial purpose. Now let us see what are the non-commercial source. Non-commercial sources of energy are those sources of energy which we get free of cost. So when we get the energy, or the source from where we get the energy without paying any money, is called the commercial source. So what is commercial source? Source which provide energy without paying any money is called non-commercial. Getting energy without paying any money. The main purpose of the non-commercial is domestic, and we don't have we are not having any recognized market for the commercial source. Why? Because we get the energy from free gift of nature. So we don't have any market for the non-commercial sources. We get it from the nature. Example of the non-commercial source is the firewood, agriculture waste, cow dung, etc. I hope the commercial source and the non-commercial source is clear. Differences mostly can be asked from the commercial and the non-commercial. The weightage of the difference might be 3 marks. Now let us discuss the differences. Let us see the difference between the commercial source and the non-commercial. First, price. This source of energy is available at some price, whereas non-commercial source of energy is available free of cost. In the case of non-commercial, we don't have to pay any money, but to avail the commercial, we have to pay the money. Second is purpose. What is the main purpose of the commercial source of energy? The main purpose of the commercial source of energy is commercial purpose, production. What is the main purpose of the non-commercial? Domestic purpose, cooking food, riding here and there, entertainment, etc. Market. For the commercial energy, we are having the organized market, and from the organized market we can sell and we can purchase the energy, commercial energy. Whereas in the case of the non-commercial source, we don't have any organized market. We get it free of cost from the nature. Let us see the example. The example is coal, petroleum, natural gas, electricity, and so on. And the non-commercial source of energy example is firewood, agriculture waste, animal waste, etc. I hope the difference is clear. We have to learn 3 differences. Mostly this question can be asked in 3 marks. Now let us see the next ground on the basis of which we differentiate the energy. The next ground is conventionality. On the basis of conventionality, we categorize the energy into 2 parts. One is conventional source and the other one is non-conventional. So on the basis of conventionality, the energy can be of 2 types. Number 1, conventional. Number 2, non-conventional. The question is, what is conventional? The source of energy which is known to us and we are using it from a long period, from a long time. So the source which is known to us and we are using from the long period of time is called commercial source. Example, coal, petroleum, these are the commercial source of energy. Now the question is, what is non-commercial source of energy? These are those source of energy which we have discovered recently and we are still developing it. So what is non-commercial? Discovered recently and we are working on it. And this source has not gained popularity. Why? Because we are working on it. Example, solar energy, wind energy. These are the examples of the non-commercial source. I hope the conventional and the non-conventional is clear. So on the basis of conventionality, it is of two types. One is conventional and the other one is called non-conventional. Clear? Just go in detail. Let us see what is conventional source. Conventional source is of certain types. First one is coal, second one is petroleum, third one is natural gas, and the fourth one is electricity. So let us see the types of the conventional source. The important conventional source of energy are coal, petroleum, natural gas, and electricity. These are the important non-commercial source. Let us discuss all the non-commercial source in detail. First one, coal. Remember, coal is a very important conventional source of energy in India. Very important. Why I am saying it is very important? Because 65% of the total energy production in the country is being done by the use of coal. So, how much energy we developed by the use of coal? 65%. So, it is very important. Coal India Limited and the Sangrani Coal Company are the two main coal producers in India. It can be asked in MCQ. Name the two coal producers in India. Coal India Limited and the Sangrani Coal Company Limited. Remember one thing, coal is used. Where we are using the coal? We are using the coal in the thermal power station. In the thermal power station or with the use of the coal, in thermal power stations, we produce electricity. It is being used in steel plant, railways, fertilizer factories, cement, etc. So we are using coal and the total energy that we use from the coal is 65%. Out of the total energy, coal contributes 65%. The second is petroleum. We know that petroleum is mostly being used for the transportation and manufacturing sector. Uh, by the use of the petroleum, the machinery is being run if we don't have the electricity. India is not very rich in oil and the petroleum reserve, we all know. Because of the increased usage, we have to import more and more petroleum from the Gulf state. And recently, and from the past 10 years, the consumption of the petroleum has increased, and because of which our dependency on the Gulf states has increased. The third one is natural gas. In India, natural gas reserves are found in Mumbai, Gujarat, Tripura, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Rajasthan. It is the basic input in the fertilizers and petroleum products. Besides, it is also widely used in household as cooking gas in the form of LPG. So, the common example of the LPG in our daily life is cooking gas. Nowadays, natural gas in the form of the CNG and LPG is also being used as a fuel for vehicle as a substitute of the petroleum and diesel. Now, let us discuss the next one, that is electricity. This is the third type of the conventional source. Remember, it is the most important source of energy in our country, and we know that we generate electricity by the we are getting three sources of the energy. First one is thermal, second is hydro, and the last one is nuclear. Out of the three, thermal is very important. The share from the thermal is 70% and the share from the hydro is 28% and the share from the nuclear is 2%. So 70% of the electricity is being generated through the thermal. 28% is being generated by the use of water, and the 2% is developed by the use of nuclear reactions. So through the coal, we generate 70% electricity. By the use of water, we generate 28% electricity, and by the use of nuclear reaction, we generate 2% electricity. Now let us see the non-conventional sources. These sources of the energy have been discovered, as I told you, in the recent past and is still working on it. Let us see the sources of the non-conventional. First one is solar energy. This is the example of the non-conventional source. The second one is wind energy. Third one is bioenergy. Fourth one is geothermal, and the fifth one is tidal. These are the different non-conventional sources of energy, and we are looking at these non-conventional sources as the alternative to the conventional source. We simply want to reduce our dependency on Gulf countries, so we are working on the solar and the wind right now. Let us see what is solar energy. This is the energy derived from the sun that we all know. The use of the solar energy is slowly gaining importance in our India, in our country. Solar energy products such as solar lamps, solar water heaters are now being used increasingly in the country. We know that it is environment friendly and it is very uh, clean source of energy. It will not emit any pollution. So it is very clean source of energy. Now let us see the wind energy. This is the energy derived from moving wind and air. Rural wind energy farms have been making use of this energy for many years. In recent years, wind energy has gained immense popularity worldwide. Efforts are being made to make wind power generation more efficiently and practically. Now let us see what is bioenergy. This is the energy derived from living organisms and organic matter. Example is biogas, biomass energy. This is the example of the non-conventional source. Biogas is obtained from biogas plant and mostly using the cow dung. Biogas is an important source of energy and is used as a cooking fuel. Biomass is obtained from plants. An advantage of using biomass is that it encourages afforestation. So that is very important one. Now let us see what is geothermal energy. In the world, geo means earth and the thermal means heat. Therefore, this is the energy derived from healing present inside the earth. So when we are using the uh, earth energy, earth heat to generate electricity, that is called geothermal energy. The next one is tidal energy. This is the energy derived from tides, that is the periodic rise and the fall of the sea level under the gravitational pull of the moon. Let us see the difference between conventional source and the non-conventional source. Time factor. These sources of energy have been used for a long time. What is non-conventional? These sources of energy have been known only in the recent past. On the basis of the environmental protection, let us see. Generally, these sources of energy have an adverse impact on environment, whereas non-conventional source has no environment effect. I mean, rather it is environment friendly. Example of the conventional source is coal, petroleum, natural gas, and the example of the non-conventional sources are solar energy, wind energy, etc. Let us see the next ground. On the basis of the transformation, there are two types of energy. First one is primary source and the second one is final source. What is primary source? Primary source is that source of energy which cannot be used as such. For the usage, we have to convert into a form. After being converted into the form, we can use it. Whereas the final source of energy is that source of energy which can be used as such in the final form. Example, electricity. There are two types of primary sources. First one is renewable and the other one is called non-renewable. The question is, what is renewable source of energy? These are the source of energy that can get renewed or replenished quickly. Example is solar energy, wind energy. I mean, these are those source of energy which can be renewed again and again. Whereas non-renewable source of energy is that energy which becomes extinct after the usage, which cannot be replenished. Example is fossil fuel, coal, etc. That's all I have in this video. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. Dear subscribers, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that whenever I upload the new video, you get the notification.